like it's all modern, y'all. Hey, hey, Blakberry talk. Yeah, we up, know we locked in. ATL, we run the game, check the top 10. Waves swinging, hawks fly, falcons run it back. Every play, every take, yeah, we speaking facts. City behind me, we never gon' fall off. Talking that smoke, got to play like a call off. Falcons in motion, they running that route. Austin transition, we running them out. Brains in the post, yeah, they swinging for real. If you ain't tapped in, then you miss a field. Blakberry got them tuned in on the daily. Everything real, we ain't talking fugazi. Numbers on live, check stats, it's amazing. We callin' plays like we work for the Navy. Blakberry talk, yeah, we up, no, we locked in. ATL, we run the game, check the top 10. Swinging, hawks fly, falcons run it back. Every play, every take, yeah, we speaking facts like, I've been on top of the wave. We talk sports like you part of the game. Know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta explain. I'm in the booth and I'm calling the plays. Never no bias, we talking about wins. Blakberry popping, they tuning again. Straight from the A, so you know what it is. If it's a tape, let me stand on it big. Falcons need rings, we know that it's coming. Hawks on the rise, you know how they grilling. Brains in the home, we popping the bottles. ATL up, yeah, we eating the column. Blakberry talk, yeah, we up, yo, we locked in. ATL, we run the game, check the top 10. Brave swinging, hawks fly, falcons running back. Every play, every take, yeah, we speaking facts.
Shut you up.
Like it's all modern, y'all. Hey, hey, Blakberry talk. Yeah, we up, know we locked in. ATL, we run the game, check the top 10. Waves swinging, hawks fly, falcons run it back. Every play, every take, yeah, we speaking facts. City behind me, we never gon' fall off. Talking that smoke, got to play like a call off. Falcons in motion, they running that route. Austin transition, we running them out. Brains in the post, yeah, they swinging for real. If you ain't tapped in, then you miss a field. Blakberry got them tuned in on the daily. Everything real, we ain't talking fugazi. Numbers on live, check stats, it's amazing. We callin' plays like we work for the Navy. Blakberry talk, yeah, we up, no, we locked in. ATL, we run the game, check the top 10. Swinging, hawks fly, falcons run it back. Every play, every take, yeah, we speaking facts like, I've been on top of the wave. We talk sports like you part of the game. Know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta explain. I'm in the booth and I'm calling the plays. Never no bias, we talking about wins. Blakberry popping, they tuning again. Straight from the A, so you know what it is. If it's a tape, let me stand on it big. Falcons need rings, we know that it's coming. Hawks on the rise, you know how they grilling. Brains in the home, we popping the bottles. ATL up, yeah, we eating the column. Blakberry talk, yeah, we up, yo, we locked in. ATL, we run the game, check the top 10. Brave swinging, hawks fly, falcons running back. Every play, every take, yeah, we speaking facts.
Shut you up.
Like it's all modern, y'all. Hey, hey, Blakberry talk. Yeah, we up, know we locked in. ATL, we run the game, check the top 10. Waves swinging, hawks fly, falcons run it back. Every play, every take, yeah, we speaking facts. City behind me, we never gon' fall off. Talking that smoke, got to play like a call off. Falcons in motion, they running that route. Austin transition, we running them out. Brains in the post, yeah, they swinging for real. If you ain't tapped in, then you miss a field. Blakberry got them tuned in on the daily. Everything real, we ain't talking fugazi. Numbers on live, check stats, it's amazing. We callin' plays like we work for the Navy. Blakberry talk, yeah, we up, no, we locked in. ATL, we run the game, check the top 10. Swinging, hawks fly, falcons run it back. Every play, every take, yeah, we speaking facts like, I've been on top of the wave. We talk sports like you part of the game. Know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta explain. I'm in the booth and I'm calling the plays. Never no bias, we talking about wins. Blakberry popping, they tuning again. Straight from the A, so you know what it is. If it's a tape, let me stand on it big. Falcons need rings, we know that it's coming. Hawks on the rise, you know how they grilling. Brains in the home, we popping the bottles. ATL up, yeah, we eating the column. Blakberry talk, yeah, we up, yo, we locked in. ATL, we run the game, check the top 10. Brave swinging, hawks fly, Falcons running back. Every flag, every take, yeah, we speaking facts. Hey. Say.
Let's be clear. Shoo! I had to die or die when you drive. Will make you need it all. Don't get out the life. The shed ain't on your wood. For toast accept your forms. Like that eat on my void. Better more terror. Big clear till you bad for. You been eating off in thoughts. I've been living off what you saw. When the court favors, you pack now and laters. That's exceptionally flawed. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. If you make it taste funny, you laugh into the bay. If you corny at the mouth, put some used to that's now home team.
Hey.
Home team, what's happening? Home team, this your boy Blakberry Rex. Welcome to another episode of Let's Be Clear on a Wednesday afternoon. I got the home with me, Big Wheel, down from the depths of Georgia. Big Willie style. What's going on with your Big Wheel?
What's happening?
All right, everybody. So y'all know what the deal is. It's draft week, and it ain't no sugarcoating this shit. The Atlanta Falcons are full of surprises for your motherfucking ass on draft week. Don't believe me? Look at past drafts. Nobody seen the Bijan Robinson draft coming. Nobody seen the Kyle Pitts draft coming. Nobody seen the Michael Penix Jr. draft coming other than those of us that was paying attention on that last weekend leading up to the draft. Everybody was full of surprise and confusion, and it was like the devil was just working all up and through motherfucking Flowery Branch. Then nobody know what the fuck was going on. Kirk Cousins getting $100 million guaranteed. You get a check. Michael Penix Jr. being a top 10 draft pick. You get a check. The Atlanta Falcons handing out money like they Oprah Winfrey or something. And a lot of the fan base was left scratching their heads, along with the media, along with a lot of the NFL as well, scratching their head. What the fuck the Falcons doing? See, Will, do you remember that time when the Falcons was looked at as that team that was so fucking predictable? Like, we just gonna do everything that the league want us to do. We gonna pick who the league want us to pick. We gonna not pick who would the league want us to not pick. We gonna do all that kind of shit. Remember that? Remember when it was once upon a time when everybody thought that the Falcons would pretty much just fall in line in the NFL?
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, we still not picking who everybody think we're gonna pick. we still holding true to that. But I remember vividly.
I'm looking at this draft week, and I'm, of course, the Terry Fontenot press conference this morning. If it didn't answer some questions for some of y'all, then you really ain't paying attention. I would play the clip, but I didn't set it up to be played, and I'm not finna be tinkering with shit right now. If you can't tell in my voice, I got.
Let's assume that everybody saw it.
Let's assume everybody.
What did you get from that?
Well,
All I heard was we got to get somebody impactful.
ah,
That's what I heard from
go ahead, Will. Tell them what.
it.
Tell them.
So let
Tell
let
them what you heard. Tell them what you
that
heard.
that letting me know that we're not getting no offensive lineman this first pick. Well, that's what is leading me. You know, he's a dude of misjest and misdirection.
Hmm.
So he can be misleading the fuck out of us right now. Because with that statement he said, it seems like he's not going to get a boring pick, right? So I'm not looking at offensive linemen soon off that right there. But then recently, bias shows that this motherfucker lied. So once
Yeah.
again, we're back where we started. Hit you with the K style line. We don't damn know. We don't know, bro. I don't fucking know. Cause I don't know if he can. The words can be trustworthy, man. That man, the goddamn from New Orleans, they do magic tricks and voodoo down in that motherfucker. So hey, I don't know, dog. I'm just going. I'm at the point of my life where when it comes to the fact, I just sit back and hope. That's it. Sit back and hope. That's all I can do. Ain't shit else I can do for it. But what
so
you think?
so here's the thing, and we're going to assume that everyone that's watching has seen this morning's press conference from Terry Fontenot. He got up early today. He got himself ready to go in the office and prepare himself to take on questions from the media. Um, when it's an early press conference as such, you have to think in mind that this is something that's already been worked out the night before, right? So he already knows, he's prepared himself for questions that they're going to ask, that they're possibly going to ask, how he's going to answer them, how he's going to go around some questions that he don't want to be direct about, of course, i.e. Kirk Cousin questions or trade questions. So you expected not to get the direct answers there. But something he did in this press conference that was telling was he used certain verbiage that's you're gonna have to debug yourself to understand, and you're gonna have to have been paying attention to the media. You're gonna have to been paying attention to articles. You're gonna been paying attention to us, the content creators, to understand the verbiage that he used and why he used it and why it's important. First thing I'm gonna highlight, we're gonna go to what Will just said when he said when we talking about he wants an impact player. Well, he mentioned 2 times. He said the words impact player, the term impact player. He said it twice. The first time he said it in regards to you have to take the impact players off the board. So those are his words. So when he said that, of course, first thing you're gonna think, well, their first pick, they going impact player. And they first pick, they going with somebody highly sought out by not just the Falcons, but by the rest of the league. And it's going to be somebody that when you turn on the tape, they stand out and they make plays. And you go watch their game tapes, not just their highlights. When you go watch their game tapes, they're making plays. So he used that term impact player quite a bit. And when you think about impact players, you think about edge rushers, you think about skill position players. So does it really lead us in a direction of what position they might go? No, not really. But like Will said, it kind of almost does take offensive linemen off the board. And why do we know that, Big Will? What's the other clue in this press conference you got that says offensive line might be off the board in the first round? Yeah.
Uh,
What did he say in his press conference that also might lead you to thinking that he's not going to go offensive line?
because what I know, we already got offensive linemen in check, right?
Mhm.
So Chris should have safe to say that he, if we were to get the quote unquote the thing we need right now is the center. It's safe to say dealing with this regime to think that their center is not going to come in and start because they have a hard time starting rookies, right?
Yeah.
And the weakest point of our team is on defense, right?
Right.
So then with that being said, it's hard to say because they made a lot of moves on defense in the offseason also. So it's leading for another bullshit ass pick like a specialty player. I'm feeling specialty player right now.
Okay. So this is something else that he said in his press conference that along with the impact player part. Now, that's not to say offensive linemen can't be impact players, okay? It's centers that's over the course of history that absolutely were impactful to a team's success on offense. So I'm not by any means saying that the big boys are not impact players, but we know what you think about when you think about impact players, and that almost takes offensive linemen off the board. But I'm going to tell you what damn near guarantees you that offensive line is not going to be the pick in the first round for the Falcons. When he talked about replacements, player replacements, he talked about how Drew Dobbins, this is what he said. He was asked about his ability to hit in the draft, basically, and I'm paraphrasing. And he said he thinks he's done well. And he did make it personal. Him personally has done well. And he talked about how his fourth round pick center, Drew Dahlman, is now the second highest center in football. He's the second highest paid center in football. And his replacement is Ryan Newsel, who they think is damn good. And I'm paraphrasing that, but he did use the word his replacement, Ryan Newsel. Is that his name? Ryan Newsel? It's Newsel. I know his last name Newsel. Ryan Newsel is his replacement. That's the way he phrased it. He didn't phrase it in a way of we have to figure out who Drew Dahlman's replacement is. We're going to have a competition to see who his replacement is. It was straight up his replacement, Ryan Newsel. So it's very unlikely we're going to go center in the first round. And when we're talking about the offensive line, he always said we got our offensive line already intact. So there's that. Something else that was telling in this press conference that you're going to have to debug yourself. We talked about already how he used the phrase impact players and how we have to take them off the board. And that's what those are his words. You have to take them off the board. But he also said, while you want impact players, you also want to make sure that you're filling needs. So he was very clear on, the more impactful the player, the better, but you do want to still fulfill needs. So he's kind of leaving that space for you to use your imagination on how important it is to go best player available, BPA. He's kind of leaving that space for you to still wonder. but he's also giving you some nuggets on their train of thinking, their train of thought on the process of how they figure what they're going to pick in the first round. Now, see, if we go over history with Terry Fontenot, we know he ain't picked position of need in the first round. Now, we can say tight end might have been a position of need when he picked Kyle Pitts. You can argue that. But over history, he ain't been necessarily known for picking position of need in the first round. Yeah, something you wanted to say, Will?
I said, at that time we picked Kyle Pitts, we needed a weapon, and he was the top weapon in the draft.
He was a weapon. So he was best player available, and he was a position of need all at the same time.
Yeah, so we forget that Julio said he out of here before the draft.
Right.
The interview when he was on with Shannon Sharp, he said he's out of here. That was before the draft. So he pretty much forced their hand to get another weapon.
Exactly. So before we debug some more of what Terry Fontenot said in this morning's press conference, let's go over who we got. Some of the loyal compadres and compadres in the building. Georgia, Texas boy in the house. What's going on with the Georgia, Texas boy? Currently not of Georgia or Texas, but he represent. You better believe that. What's up with you, Georgia, Texas boy? Got Doo-Woo 24K. Don't know who that is, but appreciate you for joining us, Doo-Woo. D-Woo 24K. Appreciate you for joining us, man. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, that like button, that share button, all them buttons, all that good shit, all that woo shit. Appreciate you, man. He said, what's up, Blakberry? I'm on that last run of the day. Yes, sir. Oh, he one of us, Will. He one of us. He one of the homies. He out there on the block. What's up with your D-Woo 24K? We got Jonte Rozier in the house. He out there on that pavement. We got Jonte Rozier in the house. What's up with you, Jonte Rozier? Say he be drinking on that Rozier, that Rozier and that Rozier. Got Maggie T in the building. She giving us the eyes like, what y'all talking about over there? What y'all talking about over there, Blakberry? No CJ. What's up with you, Maggie T, the first lady of AFN, ladies and gentlemen? Larry in the house. What up with you, Larry? He said it's just Larry, nigga. That's all it is, just Larry. What it do, home team? I like what I heard from Terry. Larry say he like what he heard. Old chicken hauler in the building. What's up with your old chicken hauler? It ain't the pickup. It's the big truck. That's what old chicken hauler say. That's what he say. Southside 12 in the house. What's up with your Southside 12? One of the OGs in the game. Millie Mills. What's up with you, Millie Mills? Long time no see you, homie. Appreciate you for coming through. Who else we got in the house? Miss Pamela Johnson. Auntie Pam, what happening with you? Auntie Pam in the building. She said, hello, Blakberry and Big Will, and everyone in the chat. Happy Wednesday, everyone. She ain't yet turned on the fireworks, y'all. She ain't turned on them fireworks yet, but Miss Pam, she mean business. When she mean business, she mean business. And she say Kirk Cousins better have them motherfucking bags packed when it's time for his ass to go, and she mean that. Miss Pam want his ass up out of here with the quickness. And she say don't waste no time getting his ass out of here neither. King Treyway in the house. What's up with your King Treyway? What's up with your homie? Hey, man, appreciate everybody for coming through, man. So, with debugging the Terry Fontenot press conference from this morning, if you're just not coming in, got a lot of people like what he said. A lot of people don't really know what to make of what he said. A lot of people really didn't catch some of what he said. So, we're debugging it. So, we already went over. He used the phrase impact players. He used that 2 times. And he stressed how you want to get them off the board, but while you want to get them off the board, you also want to make sure you take care of positions in need. So we got that debugged. He talked about how his fourth round pick at center, Drew Dalman, is now the second highest paid center in football. Currently with another team. Who Drew Dalman went to? The Bears? He went to Chicago with Grady, didn't he? Didn't he go to Chicago with Grady?
Who that?
Drew Dalman.
Yeah.
He in Chicago, right?
Yeah.
So he made sure, so he wanted you to understand for the fans that's been saying, well, what in the fuck has Terry Fontenot done since he's been here? Well, he's done a hell of a job finding gems mid draft. He also talked about how he's been able to go find some guys outside of the draft in the undrafted pool, guys like Nate Landman, who was leading the team along with Jesse Bates in forced fumbles, and who a year before was doing a hell of a job surprising a whole hell of a lot of fans on his ability to tackle at the line of scrimmage. So he talked about that. He talked about how Drew Dalman, highest paid center now in football, he was a fourth round pick. And then he stated that Ryan Nuzul is his replacement, not maybe his replacement, not going to compete to be his replacement, but he is his replacement. Them his words. His replacement is damn good, Ryan Nuzul. So we kind of already done figured there with that there's not going to be a competition at center. It might be. If they go draft a center somewhere like in the draft, it's not going to be that first round. We can pretty much count that out. We can almost count out that it's not going to be before the fifth round. So Drew Kendall, round 7, pick 218, maybe somebody like that. But we know he wants impact players. And then he said something else, Big Will, something else that that got the journalists in a stir. Journalists like Dior, what that motherfucking name is? Orlando Let. That's his motherfucking name. D. Orlando Letbetter. Yeah. So he got journalists like D. Orlando Letbetter in a stir because he made the comment that he keeps track on draft night of GM's tendencies on the probability of them moving up, the probability of them trying to trade to make a trade to move back. He keeps track of these GM's tales of them that like to do that based over the course of their careers or their team's history of doing so. And a journalist in the crowd, I don't know if it was D-led, it could have been, but one of the journalists in the crowd tried to, jokingly ask him, well, what percentage is he? And he said he's a 75%. He's a 75, what did he say? A 75%, something along the lines, he's a 75% aggressive GM, meaning that it's very likely that he's going to try to get a trade to move way up in the who's that? He's gonna try to get a trade to move way up in the draft to try to get one of these impact players. So D. Orlando Letbetter on X tweeted out, is this him hinting that he's going to try to make a trade up to get Abdul Carter in this draft? Because we want impact players. Edge may still be a need on this defense. Maybe not. We do have edge rushers that are amongst top of the league in pressure rate. And they're top 5 in the league in pressure rate. You got 2 in the top 5, you got 3 in the top 10 in pressure rate. AK was top 5 in pressure rate. I think he was top 3 in pressure rate. And if we just get that interior defense, that defensive interior, if we could just get them to generate more push in the pocket so that quarterbacks can't have escape routes up in the pocket, maybe these AKs of the world get home and close the deal. Maybe the D'Angelo Malones, maybe they get home to close the deal. The Zach Harrisons, maybe they get home to close the deal. And now you got guys like Leonard Floyd, who we know does a very good job of generating pressure off of the edge. So is it possible that we still need edge? Maybe, maybe not. But what we do know is that Terry has hinted in this press conference this morning that he is somebody that likes to be aggressive in the draft amongst GMs. He keeps track of other GMs, and he's very aware of his likeliness to try to move up to get an impact player. So I don't know. The Orlando Ledbetter, he asked a question that a lot of fans have been kind of avoiding in this offseason. Your boy Blakberry, me, of course, I've been talking about it for months about the possibility of making an aggressive trade to move way up in this draft and try to get one of these real big impactful guys and keep your 15 pick. So maybe not even move off your 15. Maybe make a trade for a Kirk Cousins with some future draft picks packaged in with it to the Tennessee Titans or if they can make it work, Cleveland Browns.
Ain't no way you keeping that 15 pick, Steph.
What'd you say?
Ain't no way you keeping that 15 pick.
Oh, you talking about if you move up? Oh, it's ways. It's ways you can do it. It's ways you can do it.
That sound and felt good in the mock draft, but ain't nobody doing that.
Now it all depends on a team's game. Whatever their plan is for developing in the next few seasons, whatever that plan is. Let's not forget that a lot of reports have been coming out that they want that Arch Manning, is that boy name? A lot of these teams still trying to position themselves to be able to get that Manning boy in next year's draft. So it really just depends on the development process that these teams have in mind. We know the Falcons. We know what's that?
I say that nigga ain't even proved himself in college yet.
He ain't what now?
He ain't proved himself in college yet.
Well, that's just what the reports are. That's what these reporters are reporting. These journalists, that he's a highly sought figure in college. I mean, they think he gonna follow in his brothers, not his brothers, but they think he's gonna follow in the Manning footsteps. They think he's gonna be that dude. But regardless, it's possible to stay at 15. Is it likely? No. If you're gonna move up, it's very unlikely you're gonna stay at 15. But you're not going to give up 15 and give up more picks in this draft to move up and leave yourself with only 3 or 4 picks. Hell, you're going to give up. If you give up 15, 46, and you give up, because what we got? We got 15, 46, 218, 242. That's it. Right? 15, 46. I know we got 2 7s, and I'm missing one because we got 5 picks. 118. There you go, King Richie. 118. So you ain't finna give up 15 and finna give up more picks in this year's draft. So the likelihood of you moving up and giving up 15, you're going to give up another pick in this draft to move that far up. And you really going to leave yourself with only 3 picks in this draft? If that? So the idea is to package a player with some future picks, like a future second, future first, and then some back end picks to stay at 15 and give yourself an extra pick in this year's first. Like I said, I've been talking about that for months. I've been showing y'all the mock drafts for months. Not saying that I foresaw this or anything, but all I'm saying is that after I did some of my due diligence to see to look over as many possibilities that could occur on this week's draft, on this draft night. If you're looking at Terry Fontenot's track record so far, you know that he is, and I said this. I guess y'all needed to hear him say it this morning to believe your boy Blakberry when I see it. He likes to make splash moves. Well, this morning he told you he's a 75% aggressive GM. And he laughed it off a little bit, but he was dead ass serious when he said it. He's always going to be looking to make a splash move. And if we can keep 15 and move up to get an impact guy like Abdul Carter, see, this ain't just coming at your boy Blakberry mouth. Now you heard it. Now you've seen it on X as being a possible outcome from the Orlando Ledbetter after this morning's press conference. So you got to keep that in mind throughout this whole process. But we got a couple more things we got to debug from the press conference this morning. Excuse me. Let me see what y'all talking about in the chat. Let me see what y'all talking about. John T. Rozier says, so they're staying at 15. No, we're going to see. We're going to see. Georgia Texas boy say, my final choice for Falcons at 15, Williams or Stewart, trade down Pierce Jr. Larry say, we got Jonathan Gwynn behind Newsel. That will give him competition. And yeah, and Gwynn is a serviceable backup as well. So, yeah. Jay Holland, what's up with you, Jay Holland? King Richard, what's up with you? King Richard say they don't care he's a Manning, so they definitely watching. Absolutely. They don't care that he ain't proved himself. They watching him because of his last name. Absolutely. Southside say Mike Green is a splash move. So that's an interesting one right there. Before we get into the rest of this press conference, Will, I heard you say something the other night that you don't think that Mike Green gonna be the pick because of these sexual misconduct allegations. Even though not having law enforcement involved, it's the fact that it's even out there. Do you think that with all that's transpired with his pro day, with the All-American game or whatever game that was, the senior bowl, do you think that all that's transpired with him moving up in this draft from being projected as a second rounder to now being projected to possibly go in the top 15, do you think that the Falcons will make a move for Mike Green?
Off that one practice play? I don't know. This, hey man, this man is on the hot seat right now. So for whatever reason, he don't
Mhm.
deserve it. He don't deserve to be on the hot seat, but he is. By the
But he
opinion,
is
he
right.
on that. So he got to be smart with his pick, and he can't take. If I'm him, I'm not taking one practice or where a motherfucker knock somebody on his ass and then do shit in the goddamn the Senior Bowl game. But he had one practice, he knocked him on his ass.
Mm-hmm.
And we got two different allegations against him, high school and college, of the same shit. Man, he could fairly well be innocent. But where there's smoke, there's fire. It's some kind of problem with this dude. And I wouldn't
I'm,
take
I'm
a risk
inclined
on
to agree with you.
I wouldn't take a risk on that at 15. I would. But
I'm inclined to agree with you on that. When there's smoke, there's fire. Even if it's just even if it ain't a smoke signal, even if it's just some little steam you're seeing over in the distance,
right.
stay away. Um, I think the biggest reason why you stay away, not the biggest, but a good enough reason for why you stay away from Mike Green in this draft is we've all talked about how deep the defensive side of the ball is, especially at edge. How deep edge is in this draft. Um, I take that in mind. I take it in mind that this dude's stock didn't move up until that Senior Bowl. Before
Hey,
then, nobody was talking about it.
my bad. Joe Testament made a note that bro didn't even play the Senior Bowl game. He just had one Senior Bowl practice. So that's crazy. That's even more suspect. So you went viral off that one little play and you decided not to play in the Senior Bowl game?
Mm,
That's what that is
mm.
crazy.
Practice, the game itself is in damn. You're not in full. You're not going full speed. You definitely ain't going full speed in damn practice. So, is it possible that this old lineman just stood up thinking we just going this a walkthrough? So he just stood up and Mike Green trying to make a name for himself, bull rushes this dude into the fucking turf to make a name for himself, make himself look like he actually did something. Just this boy say, like I've been saying, Marlon Davidson. Hey man, untapped potential in Marlon Davidson, that's for sure. I don't know, y'all. I haven't been high on Mike Green at all. I've been questioning whether or not this is all nostalgia for Mike Green. I'm definitely leading towards the latter, but I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. If they do go get a Mike Green in this draft, I would seriously hope that that very next pick is an impact interior defensive lineman to go along with a Mike Green pick. Why do I say that? You want to make damn sure that that boy succeed if you go get him in this first round, because you can bet your fucking ass, just like with what's going on right now with your boy Shannon Shaw. When that boy start getting that, when one of them gals see he getting that money, with the first team he go to, he'll first round pick. He getting first round pick checks. What a lawyer's at. I got a statement I need to make. I got a claim I need to make against Mike Green. and you in the ATL, the wrong motherfucking place that have a PR scandal. If you better make damn sure that boy succeed on the field, because you better have a damn good fucking reason for why he's still on your team when the motherfucking Me Too motherfuckers come out the woodworks for his ass, because they gonna come.
Yeah. Even if my boy Shannon Sharp is innocent, bro, why the fuck are you conversating with a 20-year-old? You could have any little bitch you want with that paper.
19.
She 20.
She was 19 at the time when he met her.
Yeah, that's crazy. She can't even buy liquor yet, bro. You can have any woman you want. Bro, you can have any woman you want. Y'all just signed $100 million contract. Why the fuck even conversate with a goddamn 20-year-old who's badly goddamn live life? Because and to the point, and she's the snow bunny at that. So you know what I'm saying? So it's this trend that these guys having now, man. They're going out these snow bunny and not protecting themselves. See, I'm telling you, when I was in this situation, you signed a contract. Yeah. You signed a contract to agree to the foreplay activities. And we're gonna be recording video and audio for our protection. It will not be sold, but it will be for protection in case you try to bring my ass to court.
Yeah.
I don't play no game with nobody. And that goes for any woman. You ain't got to be no snow bunny. Oh, that's for any woman. Everybody.
That's for any one of them. Any one of them.
Bro. I ain't playing with them. But yeah, like for them to go draft Green, they must really trust that lineman coach that we hired this offseason. So that must mean he the guy throwing truth. They willing to take a risk like that on a player like that. From Marshall with allegation problem. He got to be the truth. And trying at developing players. So now if we had the guy throwing the defensive line coach from Georgia on our team, shit, I'd be glad for this pick right here. Cause that boy be a monster down there.
Because he be a ferocious beast.
Yeah, so I don't know too much about this other dude though, but if they make a play like that, that means they trust that this dude can really do the job. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When it comes down to the PR side of the game with these guys, listen, Mike Green, you turn on the tape, you look at the stats, you see a guy that definitely pops on the screen, and he definitely fills up the stat sheet. Led NCAA football in sacks. You can't take that away from him. But you do have to take into account that was at Marshall. You have to take that into account. They don't play no goddamn body. Now, granted, when he did go up against some SEC talent, he fared pretty well. So you can't take that away from him either. But you also have to consider anybody can be a flash in the pan. And then we consider the viral video that was at a Senior Bowl practice where probably everybody else except Mike Green is going half speed on the goddamn field, and here his ass come going full speed in a goddamn drill. So we take that into account. Then we got to take into account the PR possible distraction that he could be. And being in Atlanta, that's the wrong thing to have in the ATL. So is Mike Green going to be the guy? I don't think so. But if he is, I really, really, really hope for Terry Fontenot's sake, because this will be his job. It will be his job. If that boy come here and one of these gals put out a damn silver suit on his ass or a criminal suit, because it's gonna be it'll be followed up by a criminal suit if it get that far, but it'll start out as a silver suit. But even just as a silver suit, if one of them gals come out and say, boy, you is not finna, boy, you ain't even finna see that money. Them folks told you how much you finna get paid. Oh, that's mine. And they come for that money.
Hey, let me answer that Jay Holland question. Hey, Jay Holland, what he played at don't mean shit. You right, but the allegation mean a whole lot to me because that's the reason he had to leave Florida State. He was at Florida State at first, bro. That's the reason why he had. No, what Florida State was.
Nah, he was at North Dakota. He was at North Dakota
No, he
State.
was at a big school, bro. He was at a big school before he had to go down to Marshall. But that was the
Boy,
reason
he
he
went
had
to
to leave.
Marshall.
Yeah, he went to Marshall. That's the reason he had to play at Marshall because I'm gonna find out what school that was. But before he went, had to go down to Marshall. But it was because the allegations he had to go to that school. Now 17 sacks is 17 sacks. Not gonna flip with you. But what his mindset at? That's what I want to know. That's the thing what make you succeed in the NFL, your mindset. How strong your mindset. There's a lot of Hall of Famers that came from low schools. You know what I mean? Came from these not big market schools. They got them gold jackets. So it ain't about what school you go to. It's about that mindset you got. And his mindset, like, yeah, well, Virginia, there you go. Virginia, Georgia Tech wasn't put in there.
Okay, Virginia. You went to Virginia. Okay. I was thinking you went to North
That's the
Dakota
part
State.
I'm worried about. Jay Holland. That's what I'm worried about. Allegation, and it was twice for the same thing. It wasn't like it was a different thing. It still was sexual conduct once again. Now I said if he had like some happened, then he tried to got caught in a car going too fast. Okay, you can let that shit ride. But it's sexual assault twice, man. Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Well, there's a pot of boiling water. It's some hot shit going on.
Hey man, we already know it. That pot boiling, we know not stick our fingers in there, right? Okay, that's what I'm saying. I ain't sticking my finger nowhere near that motherfucker.
All right. So let's get back to this press conference this morning by Raheem Morris. And if you haven't seen the press conference, I urge you go and watch it. I did not set it up to show you all, so I won't be showing it because I'm not finna be tinkering with shit. But go watch this morning's press conference on the Atlanta Falcons channel on YouTube and watch the press conference. So far, we've debunked the statements he's made about impact players. We've talked about how he said that Ryan Newsel is Drew Dalman's replacement, and we talked about his likelihood of being an aggressive trade partner with other GMs, and he said he's a 75% aggressive GM, meaning he's willing to move. He's willing to make an aggressive move to move up, and it was enough for D. Orlando Ledbetter to tweet or X, whatever they call it now. That is X. Is it possible that he's hinting at trading up to get Abdul Carter in this draft? The last thing I wanted to bug is something that he said in this morning's press conference when he talked about the Kirk Cousins topic, when he was asked the possibility of trading Kirk Cousins, or where are they in the process of getting a Kirk Cousins deal made with someone. And of course, he's going to give you that. He's going to talk around it. He's not going to give you a direct answer. And but something he did say that I caught, and it got me to thinking. They asked them, a reporter asked Terry, was he surprised that Kirk Cousins showed up for the voluntary voluntary practices? And he said no. And the way he answered it, speaking in a matter of, it's his decision to be here. It shows, these guys' dedication and loyalty. I'm paraphrasing, of course, but the way he answered it in a manner of which he hasn't heard what us, the fans, have been saying about Kirk Cousins, about his plot to fuck the Falcons into finding him the best possible trade partner for him so he can go start on the football team. And how he's going, how he's going to show up for these practices. He's going to show up for these events. He's going to show up to be in front of these cameras, in front of these microphones. He's going to show that he's a team player. He's going to show that he's a good teammate. He's going to show all of these things to show other teams that, along with the fact that he just had a little boo-boo in his head, if that is a fact that he just had a little boo-boo, and that's why he looked like he fell off a damn cliff mid-season last year. If he's going to be convincing of that and be convincing of that he is a very good teammate and a very good team player, that the Falcons will find a good trade partner for him, and he'll waive his trade clause. Terry Fontenot did not answer this question in the manner of which that has been the conversation around Flowery Branch, or that has been a buzz to his ear. I don't think it has. I try to tell if somebody's giving me some bullshit. I try to look at little signs of whether or not they're giving me some bullshit. I look at their eye movement, if they're making eye contact with the person that asked them the question, if they're stuttering a lot, if they're using certain verbiage that it starts to sound like word salad or like word vomit, where you're just trying to get as many words out so that you could talk around the question. So you're just saying a whole lot of things that mean the same thing, so that nobody picks it up that you're trying not to answer the question. I didn't get that from Terry when he answered that question. He legitimately answered that question in a manner of, no, he wants to be here. Kirk wanted to come. He wanted to come to practice. He wanted to come here. He wanted to do that. It was his decision. He wanted to come. He doesn't have to. He could be with family. He could be with friends. He could be enjoying all his money that he makes, that he's made. He could be enjoying all that. He could be anywhere. He could literally be anywhere in the world. He chose to come to a voluntary practice. That's the way he answered it. He answered it in a manner of which he does not know that the fan base has been talking cash money shit about Kirk Cousins. Leads me to believe one thing. The Falcons are absolutely working with Kirk Cousins to find him a suitable trade partner. The best deal for him, the best deal for the Falcons. I legitimately think that is what's in the works. He did not want to answer that question directly, but he also answered it in a manner of which this is what we do for everybody that we have on the team. If a good trade proposal comes, we're going to look at it, see if it makes our team better, see if it's good for our football team. If it is, we'll do it. That last part was his words. We'll do it. You got to pick up on the verbiage. You got to pick up on what is said when it comes down to the business side of things. Verbiage means everything. The language means everything. When you're reading contracts, when you're discussing terms with a potential business partner or a potential client, when you're in business, the verbiage is very important. That's why it's very important not to go off your feelings and what you think. You got to go off of literally what's being said and the moves that are being made. And Terry Fontenot this morning told you, if the right trade proposal comes across my desk, we'll do it. For Terry, for Kirk, for anybody on this team. He said for anybody, for everybody. If the right proposal comes, we'll do it. Kyle Pitts, Caleb McGarry, David Onyemata, Tyler Algier, dare I say, Darnell Mooney. Dare I say, Darnell Mooney. If the right proposal comes across and it makes our team better, we'll do it. And I'm paraphrasing, but that last part, his words, we'll do it. Look like I lost Big Will momentarily. Let's see what y'all saying about that shit I just had to say. King Richard say we got to be disciplined. You got to be disciplined to be in Atlanta because it's a at will state, and these hoes will sure your ass. Yeah. Sure your was. I guess I don't know what King Richard must have been drinking today. Jay Holland say, shit, his mindset is on football. Hope he had the transfer and led the NCAA and says didn't show his ass during one-on-one drills at the Senior Bowl. Jay Holland, clearly you or Mike Green are hopeful. So, like I said, if they get him, I don't have an issue with it. But you have to make the next best move. Your very next pick, you better be shoring up that interior defense with somebody that's gonna push that pocket. You better be doing that. Deion Walker, Kentucky, he one of them guys that can do that. It's possible that Kenneth Grant might fall as far as 46. It's possible. I don't think so, but it's possible. You better be getting a Kenneth Grant if he falls to 46. If I think Derek Harmon will definitely be gone by the end, but if he falls, you better be getting a Derek Harmon. Walter Nolan and Mason Graham, they surely will be gone by then. But if any of these impact guys in the interior, if they get there, if they fall to 46, you better be picking them motherfuckers if you get Mike Green, because you ain't gonna have no other excuse besides his production on the field. When people ask why the fuck is he still in the Atlanta Falcons, when them damn gals come after the sumbitch. Y'all keep acting like that shit don't exist. Keep acting like this shit ain't something that occurs on a regular fucking basis now. This is some basic ass fucking shit that they do now. When they come, they find these young black entertainers or young black athletes, and they gonna try to fuck their asses up. They gonna get that money. They gonna fuck up their reputation. And the some bitches will be lucky that they don't see jail time. They'll be lucky not to find their asses behind bars. Y'all keep thinking that this shit a fucking game with these allegations. All it takes is for one of these women, one of these gals, to say, he touched me the wrong way. I ain't like it. That's all she got to fucking say. He could have grabbed her damn titty while they was having damn foreplay. If she say he grabbed my titty without me and I didn't like it. That's all it fucking take. Y'all keep acting like this shit ain't some real shit. You seeing it go down every damn month. Every other month, somebody name getting caught up in some sexual misconduct bullshit. And it's either bullshit because they getting set up for the okie doke, or it's bullshit because they ain't got no goddamn business putting their hands on folks. Keep acting like this shit ain't real. It's a conversation got to be had, man. King Richard say you got to be disciplined to play in Atlanta, because if you're not, the hoes. Oh, he got it right there. Sure your ass. George Texas boy say, I definitely think Pierce is better than Green because of consistent production. The thing is, a player two guys play in the same position. One guy can have better numbers, but that don't necessarily mean he's better than the other guy. If we take it outside of sports and we think about it in entertainment, well, some people say the rap game is a sport because it is a competition. But if you look at the Drake and Kendrick situation, I don't think anybody in their right fucking mind thinks that Drake is a better rapper than Kendrick Lamar. But when it comes to entertainment in general, Kendrick, he just not doing it to the level that Drake is doing it and has been doing it when it comes to the entertainment aspect. But when it comes to straight rapping, I don't think anybody's going, well, you can argue that Drake can hang with Kendrick, but when it come down to it, most people going to tell you Kendrick going to body his ass. But it's when you say, okay, well, get me a production team together, get me a producer together and a director together for a video, get me a team together, and who do I want to put in that team? Who's the entertainer I want to put in that team to maximize my profits, my bottom line? You're not going to go Kendrick. You're going to go Drake. The hoes love Drake. Drake makes music that a lot of people like to listen to. A lot of different demographics like to listen to. He can catch the ear of almost any demographic. Kendrick, he's not doing that. And I'm a Kendrick Lamar fan over Drake. But I got to keep it a buck. When it comes to James Pierce and Mike Green, James Pierce might stand out more on a stat sheet, but Mike Green might have them slap a whole tendencies that James Pierce might not have. And sometimes in a fight, in a war, you need somebody that's going to slap a hole. You feel me? Southside said, hold on. Don't call the guy a bad injury and refuse to get surgery or something. It's not a bad injury. It is I think a shoulder. It's a shoulder injury. Was it a shoulder or his foot? But he does not have to get surgery. And he's chosen not to get the surgery. This is true. But he's young. He's going to heal a lot faster than some of us that's north of 35. He's going to heal a lot faster than us without getting surgery. Hell, I'm quite certain I broke my foot a couple years ago. I'm quite certain a couple years ago, I dropped my treadmill on my foot trying to move it. And Pretty sure I broke some shit up in there. I ain't going to no doctor though. Because hell no, I don't go to no goddamn doctor if I ain't about to die. But it hurt like a bitch. And I think maybe now I'm okay. 2 years later. I think maybe now I'm good. I don't feel it no more. So far as I'm concerned, I'm good. But not that long ago, I can still feel a throbbing. But I'm straight now. I'm good now. But that took a while. But for a 21-year-old, 22-year-old, he ain't gotta get served. That motherfucker goddamn go take a couple ice baths, rehab that motherfucker in the gym, doing some goddamn foot stretches. That motherfucker will be healed real soon. He'll be all right. Xavier Littman in the house. What's up with you, Xavier Littman? All the motherfucker hurt. Let's get that straight right now. You play football and you been playing football, you hurt. Are you injured is the question. Because if you're injured and you got to miss time, that's the question. But if you hurt, all the motherfucker hurt, bro. Xavier Littman say Harmon is supposed to be the worst of the three. A lot of teams are allegedly taking him off their boards. I surely fucking hope so, Xavier Littman, so he can fall right to the Falcons so we can get him. Because in my opinion, Xavier Littman, I disagree with the statement in the first sentence. I think he's the best defensive lineman in this draft because I think he has the biggest upside in the interior defensive lineman in this draft because he has the ability to do something that the rest of them don't. And that's literally move a person at 300 plus pounds with a slap. He slaps. He can swim slap a motherfucker out his way. We ain't seen that since Reggie White. And we ain't seen strength like that since Vince Wilfork. When you got a motherfucker that big with that kind of strength, where he can slap a 300-pound man out his way, that's what I want in the interior of my defense. Yo, Give me some red and black in the chat if you can hear me. Having technical difficulties. AT&T is on some bullshit. Let me know you can hear me in the chat. Let me know you can hear me. Give me some red and black. Give me some red and black. There you go, Xavier. Let me appreciate you. Appreciate you, Georgia, Texas boy. Appreciate you. Have AT&T on that bullshit. I don't know what the fuck got going on. Sending me messages about rebooting my router. I reboot my router once a month. I shouldn't have to do it again. Georgia Texas boy say, yeah, they say Campbell has a torn labrum injury, but could be ready by training camp. Let me say, I say allegedly because who knows if any of this is true or not. Yeah, he definitely do have he is hurt. That's a fact. It's just something that don't require surgery, and he can be healed. He can be fully healed. By before it's too late into the game. As far as the season start, if he got to start, if the season got to start and he got to miss the first few games, I think they okay with that. Hell, I'd be okay with that. Whoever that team is, I'd be okay with that. I wouldn't have no issue with that, especially a guy his talents. King Richard say, I would say with the way Georgia law set up, you can sue anybody. So a player got to be disciplined because these hoes will sue your ass. They will sue the shit out your ass. And if they feeling real froggy, they'll try to get your ass locked the fuck up. They surely will. Atlanta is a city of money-thirsty women. So you had to be disciplined, boy. The women in Atlanta are definitely on their grind. They are definitely on their grind. And they will outwork your monkey ass if you let them. Kristen Lewis saying, loud. Oh, loud. What's up with you, Kristen Lewis? That girl there, y'all. Y'all see her rocking that home team fits by Blakberry bomber jacket. Y'all see her rocking that bomber jacket. You too will soon be able to have one just like it. Really soon. Let me see. What else we got? That y'all can hear me. Y'all can hear me. Did I go mute? We got some red and black. All right, so the Terry Fontenot press conference this morning, y'all, was very telling. Me personally, I got a lot out of it. Even though I had to debug some of what he said. Hopefully, anybody that hasn't seen it, hopefully you go watch it. Go watch the press conference and decide for yourself if he gave you some nuggets going into this draft. I mean, the draft is literally tomorrow night. It's literally tomorrow night. Before we get into that, Christy Lewis, she doing your boy a solid here. She say, I'm waiting on the home team summerwell. Yes, ma'am. When I tell you that this website is being revamped, I let professional hands touch it. I got new products. I'm gonna have a whole catalog for y'all to choose from. The summerwell is going to be immaculate. If you have been paying attention to the beginning and ending of the shows, we're going to have the new caps that's going to be posted with the new logos on them. Y'all make sure to copy yourself one of those for the summer. And it's going down, man, when the website relaunches. I'm trying to be as patient as I possibly can because I know God will make it all happen when it's supposed to. But it has to be right. It has to be what I'm envisioning it to be. And when I feel like it's right, we're going to drop that thing. And trust me, home team, y'all going to be the first ones to know. I appreciate that, Christy. Christy says she need a big back shirt. A big back shirt. What's up with you, Mon D? Appreciate you for coming through, Mon D. Hey, so, yeah, man. Y'all make sure y'all go check out the press conference from this morning if you haven't, and then come back and watch your boy on Let's Be Clear this afternoon. Tonight, I believe what's going on tonight. I don't know what's going on tonight. Y'all just make sure y'all tune in to Atlanta Falcon Nation. Y'all make sure y'all tune in to your boy Blakberry right here, same time every week. Well, it's not the same time. It's between 2 and 4. I'm going to do it between 2 and 4 every Wednesday. Let's be clear. This show will be between 2 and 4 every Wednesday. But the Rex Pit tomorrow night, special edition, will be a special edition draft show linked up with the Atlanta Falcon Nation family. You'll get to see myself and the majority of the AFN crew. Can't wait to hang out with those folks and carpe diem with them and see who these Falcons picking that first round. It's gonna go down, man. It's gonna be a party tomorrow night. But every Thursday after that, we do the Rex Pit at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every Thursday, and I'm gonna change it up for fan speak. I think we're going to start moving fan speak around a little bit. It's going to be an impromptu show. Instead of it being a set day, it's going to be an impromptu show. I'm going to either do it in the afternoons or I'm going to do it early in the morning. Because I got some pretty good response from it. You all reacted to it quite well when I did it last week, when I did it Friday morning last week. So we're going to move that show around a little bit. I appreciate y'all coming through, man, and showing love. Appreciate the Christian Lewises, the King Riches, the Jay Hollins, the Georgia Texas boys, Xavier Littmans, the Bernard Cantrell. I ain't even see you up in here, Bernard. Appreciate you for coming through, Bernard. Appreciate you for coming through, big homie. Appreciate you, Jay Holland. Appreciate you, Southside, appreciate you for coming through, man. Appreciate everybody coming through. King Richie, Corey Gilfire. Corey Gilfire say hot take. Mike Green is Tat McKinley. Oh, boy, I sure hope not for his sake. But I think Tat McKinley's still in the league. He's still getting some money. He's still getting an NFL check. So you got to give that to him at least. He's still getting paid in the NFL. But I hope Mike Green ain't another Tat McKinley, bro. I really hope he ain't. I don't remember Tat getting the kind of publicity that Mike Green is getting. He didn't get that. But surely he was a disappointment, to say the least. Appreciate everybody coming through. Pamela Johnson, 3 Duddy. Everybody that came through, man. I appreciate everybody for coming through. Old Chicken Hauler, he was in the building earlier. Y'all make sure y'all do the damn thing. Hit that share button. Share this to your Facebook real quick. Do your boy solid and share this to your Facebook or your Instagram or your X. Either one. All 3 if you like. But just share this out. Let's get the brand back up. Let's get the following back up so we can bring back segments, popular segments like Bring It to the Pit on Thursday nights, where 2 people get to debate each other. They get bragging rights after the fact, and we all get to say that you know what the fuck you doing when it comes to debating these sports. With that being said, y'all make sure you do right by yourselves, do right by your family, do right by others, treat others as you would like to be treated, unless you like to be treated like a motherfucker. Catch me on the flip side, home team.
you up.
Like a tomato, hey, hey, Blakberry talk. Yeah, we up, know we locked in. ADL, we run the game, check the top 10. Swing, swinging, Hawks fly, Falcons run it back. Every play, every take, yeah, we speaking facts. City behind me, we never gon' fall off. Talking that smoke, got to play like a call off. Falcons in motion, they running that route. Austin transition, we running them out. Brains in the post, yeah, they swinging for real.